In about 30 seconds, I'm going to put a hint on the board.
Hey, now.
But you can't waste time to talk. I mean, you said you can't waste time to talk. They're gonna change your mind.
Okay. I see Christian has started drawing an equilateral triangle. Okay. Samira has started. You guys can put your iPads away for now. Samira, you put your iPad away.
It's right here. It's right here. It's right here.
White paper.
Do you want to sit here? Oh, okay.
It's right here.
Okay.
Can I borrow a pen?
Can you give me your ID?
You can get my bag.
That works for me. Thank you. You have some. Okay. Pen and.
Well, you gotta leave them something, cause I want you to know.
Oh no, no, small ass nigga. I'm not even trying to hear that as excuse.
Never see the white paper.
One day. You're done. You drew one. Awesome. It looks wonderful. It looks like Jamal has finished an equilateral triangle.
Oh.
If you could help those around you explain how you did it using the tools you had, that would be wonderful. As I look for a pen. Okay, we're going to take about 2 more minutes, guys.
Not a pencil.
But you need to hold it. There.
Send it to me. You know what you're doing when our iPad right next to each other.
They're right at the front.
Touch my ribbon.
I know.
I don't want to get beat up.
How does that look? Oh, you made it. Grab that. Okay, work with Avon. Okay, first hint. I need you to draw a line. Measure how long it is. If you're stuck, draw a line with your ruler, unlike me, and measure how long it is.
I like this. You guys have a pen or pencil? Thank you, Mr. Wright. I need my bag back.
Yep. Okay, Samuel, I need you to grab a seat working on our do now, please. You guys have the first step. I gave you a hint on the board. Okay? If you are stuck, the first hint is on the board. Draw a line and make sure you know how long it is, because equilateral triangles all have the same sideline.
My bag to set it like us on the board.
Jamel, could you explain why we needed a 60-degree angle measure? He's helping you, okay.
It's 180.
It doesn't have to be 4 inches.
Because 180 and all the sides. All the sides equal 60 is 180.
Great.
Things in the triangle.
So an equilateral triangle has to have 60 degrees in each corner. That's why you got a little 60. I know we all lost our protractors. So let's make sure all your angle measures equal 60. Not quite. Okay, but how about you? Do you want another piece? You have another one? You can draw it back. Try it on the back. Draw a line. Know how long it is? We're going to go through it together. I know it's tricky to remember back to then. Okay. Your next hint, if you're stuck, is to take your 60-degree. I'm going to wait for a couple people to know. Can you hold on for just a second? Okay. Once you have a line, hold your 60-degree angle measurement up. And now you have a corner. You need to make this new line the same length as your old line. Right? So I know it needs to be 60 degrees because as Jamel said, okay, each equilateral triangle vertex is 60 degrees. So I needed to make sure I held at my vertex and drew another one of 4 inches coming off the other side, another ray. Okay, or line segment. That's why we needed 60. So we're going to take about 30 more seconds, and I bet you can figure out how to make the last line there. And then we're going to go on with our project today. This was our warm-up. It's been a while since we've done triangles. It looks like you have the right idea, and we're just using the wrong side. Please don't lose these. I don't want to cut out a whole other class, and I can't because I have the next period. Okay. Can I please... Hold on, just a second, okay? Jamel, can you grab a seat, please? Or do you need someone? Okay, thanks. Okay, so, Asia, thanks.
My bad.
To draw an equilateral triangle, you needed to draw a line. Samir, just a second. We're going to go over how to draw the equilateral one. Draw a line. Make sure you know how long it is because they all have to have the same side length. Okay? 60 degrees on the end of it. Do you see how it fits perfectly? I tried to round out the side we're not going to use. And we can do 60 degrees over here, and it should perfectly meet at the top. And I'm sorry, it's a little hard to do on the board, but we should make sure that our point will fit into each corner. Okay, mine's a little off on the board. Okay. We are gonna have time to work on this today. That was your warm-up to get back, and I'm gonna go over the project today. First thing, how are the keystones going, guys? It's been a while since we've done geometry.
Listen, just go on. That keystone was so easy that I had like an hour and something left.
Good. Did the
Let me
review
tell you
help
what he
you?
meant to say.
No, they ain't help.
It was
Keystone
27
was
questions,
about
but it
hard
was
as a
hard.
mother.
It was 27 questions,
Wait,
but it was
they
hard.
gave me a question that we didn't review about. They gave me a whole
Oh,
question.
we didn't have time to review it all.
Let
You're
me
right.
tell you what
They
he
gave
meant
me
to
some
say.
questions that we didn't review.
What he meant to say was, them questions were so D word hard.
Is my eraser back?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they not gonna hurt me.
Okay. I need you all to look around for my eraser for 2 seconds. Who sees my eraser around them? I know
If I find it,
I
I
in the
get.
room.
If I find it, can I get it out?
It's right there.
It's on the floor, Angela.
I just said it right there.
You boy.
Extra credit. Bang.
Okay. So I hear a few people talking. Let's bring it back.
You look nice for some reason. You just look so.
Jeez, you're so complimenting for some reason.
Your
I
hair,
know,
no,
thank
your hair just makes you look different, younger and stuff. That wet and got
I'm
you.
not that old.
I'm not saying that you old.
They just get it.
Okay,
I'm just
let's
trying.
move on.
You can't
Keystones.
beat them?
Demir, hold on.
Hi.
Oh, for real?
Guys, I'm waiting.
I ain't even get no good morning.
Demir, I'm waiting. Okay. Keystones, yes, I know they're really hard. We had a very short time to review, and I hope it helped you on some of the questions. In spite of the short review with break, it's been a while since we've done geometry and triangles, so we'll have to work through some. Next week is already reviewing for the midterms, which are the week after. So we have a really short week this week, and then we have next week ready to review and then our midterms. And then it'll be halfway through the year. So, Q2 project, we're working on triangles. By the end of today, I expect you to be able to draw triangles that are acute, equilateral, right, isosceles, obtuse, and scalene,
Let's go on.
all that jazz. Hold on,
You
just
didn't forget the what's names this time? The pencils.
the pencils?
Still not gonna
No, we don't need to write anything.
Still not gonna take it?
You're right, I didn't. I need to make sure I upload it. I did forget to upload to Edmodo. So, I still hear a few people talking. Demir and Dejanette. Thank you.
Alright, I don't know why you leaving there.
I tried to send you the.
Hold on.
Right here.
Okay, hold on. Dejanette.
Miss Galan, it's alright. I'm moving back to my real seat.
I'm still waiting on a few people, even though I'm back here. Demir, come on, okay? Please, at the board, we're gonna be drawing 3 different triangles that fit descriptions, just like in the Do Now. A little bit different. I'm uploading the project description right now, so give me about 2 seconds as I explain it.
Are we writing notes today?
Okay, nope, there are no notes. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly what you need to be doing. Okay, but we are gonna start our project since we only have this week and next week. Okay, remember we always have a project. This one is artsy because I know some people like art. I see Willie drawing all the time.
You know.
I do.
Something like.
And we're gonna be doing it with triangles here. Oops.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Nope, I need you to wait just a second. Yep. Thank you for waiting for 2 seconds as I upload this.
I'm supposed to
That's
see
why
that
she
we
got
make
cracks
that.
in the nails. Unprotected. Bro. I need this morning, cuz.
Right here.
I need this morning, cuz.
Of course I wouldn't find where I saved it.
Bro, she started she said, I can't wait till she start going. She hot. I read the door. I'm like, damn.
Hey, Demir, can you please wait? I'm sorry guys. Let me show you the exemplars.
We got company today.
Demir, this is your last warning. Demir,
My bad.
I have had to talk to you several times, okay? Please, I'm gonna show you the examples and then I'm gonna upload the project that says exactly what you need to do. So, here you go. I will show you the examples. You know, I'm telling you, you should put the iPad away. Put your iPads upside down for now, please. Okay? So, 3 triangles. You guys already did an equilateral one. Okay, you may need to go back and fix it just a little bit. Here's my equilateral triangle. You also need to draw, make sure you have acute. What is an acute triangle?
I'm ready to get it.
Measure under below.
They're all
Less than
below
90
90 degrees. So
That's
I
a
can't,
cute,
oh,
right?
I didn't hear you, I only
A
heard.
cute, right?
No, he said
A cute.
above.
A little
He said
slim one.
90 above.
Okay, let's bring it back. You're right. They all have to be less. They all have to be less than 90 degrees. Is an equilateral triangle acute?
No.
No.
Yes.
Cause it's only
60,
60
60,
degrees.
60. So could I have an equilateral that is a right triangle?
No.
No,
because
because
the
I,
right triangle is 90 degrees.
right, and nothing fits. So actually our equilateral triangle has to be our acute triangle also. I have an obtuse triangle right here. What is an obtuse triangle?
More than
More than
180.
A fat triangle.
Right, it's a fat
A
one that has
wide
more than
triangle.
90 degrees. Can
But
I
less
have
than 180, right?
more than 90?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I said 180. That's the whatever.
That's okay.
Right.
Okay, one, I only can have one. If I have two more than 90, it won't work because they have to add up to how many degrees in a triangle?
60. 180.
180. And then I have a right triangle, and you guys have mentioned that it's a 90-degree angle. The last thing, this is all in the steps, but the last thing to do is draw the one behind it. You can make that whatever you want. Do you remember the fancy names? Hold on just a second. No, I don't, sorry. The last thing that we're working on today, as you can see and what we're working on, is the points of concurrency. Points of concurrency. Can anyone name a point of concurrency? Way back, this was like a month and a half ago, really.
A point of who with JJ?
One is a centroid. We had centroids, circumcenters, incenters, and
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
orthocenters. Okay, we're gonna draw those, and there are special properties about these circles if you remember. But today we're gonna work on drawing our three triangles. An equilateral acute one, a scalene triangle. You can either make your scalene one your right one or your obtuse one. An isosceles, again, either right or obtuse, and then you need to draw the right and obtuse as well. Okay, so we're gonna do the three triangles today, and then centroid, circumcenter, and incenter. And I need to find where I saved it, because even though I worked on it this morning, I must have been asleep.
Can you send it, you gonna send them to our iPad?
It's gonna be on Edmodo.
Right? This-
Edmodo, yes.
That's what our project is doing.
Yep, this is our project. After you draw it, I'm gonna photocopy it, so you have a math version, because it's not all just gonna be coloring it in after.
It's decent.
On the math version here, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna tell me how many degrees are in each vertex. Name the triangles that fit each description, and tell me which triangle has the centroid, which triangle has the circumcenter, and which triangle has
When
the
is it
incenter.
due? Cause you only got 2
We're gonna
weeks
work
left.
on it in class today. You're what?
Cause you only got 2 weeks left for the course.
Oh, I know, it's gonna be a short project. Today is definitely the hardest day. After that, it's really kind of coloring in a little bit. So, give me 2 seconds, work on finishing up your equilateral triangle. I'm gonna bring your attention back as soon as I find it, okay? So finish your equilateral triangle, don't get too lost in outer space here, and I'll be right back once I put it on Edmodo.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Go to the bathroom, that's a perfect time, thank you, Dana.
Damn! I need to get like,
Ah, that's why.
get some what you be eating?
Who?
Hey, do you even know where that was at?
Huh?
You trifling.
They showed you what a real
There's
heart
a-
was, bro.
That thing that she's
not
right
exactly
come
where I
out
said it was under
No, I didn't. I put that there.
I put it was in my desk and I put it on
Okay,
your desk and you
bring it back, I found it.
Smell clean.
I'm gonna wait 5,
smell.
4, thank you, Samir, last
I'm
one.
saying that was a real heart.
3,
I brush my teeth every day.
1. Okay, on Edmodo, if you could, please go to Edmodo and open what I just posted up there. Go to Edmodo, guys. Open up our Q2 project. Open up the Q2 project. Geometry art project. Okay. Open it up in Notability. I put check marks so you can check when you're done a step, okay? I'm opening it up in Notability. I'm gonna kind of walk you through what we're gonna do throughout the today and what we're gonna do throughout, I think probably the next 3 days will be done, okay? Opening up the geometry art project. Again, all we're working on today is drawing the three triangles and the points of concurrency. Okay. So, today what we're gonna be working on, if I could have your eyes up here, or looking at this on your iPad, you need to have at least one triangle that exemplifies each one. We already said the equal. Thanks. We already said each equilateral has to be acute. So those two are done with our equilateral triangle. Then you have to decide if you want to make your right triangle isosceles or scalene, and whether you want to make your obtuse triangle scalene or isosceles, one or the other. Okay? I gave an example of what they could be. Within each triangle, you need to draw the following points of concurrency. You may need to go back and check our resources that I've uploaded to the backpack about drawing these on triangles. Circumcenter, made by perpendicular bisectors. You may need to go back and look through your notes as a review for our midterm and for the project on how to draw those. Okay? So, this is what we're going to be doing today. Okay? Right before where it says then, and I'm going to put it on the board as well what we're working on. You're going to draw 3 triangles, use your ruler, make them neat. You're going to be graded on neatness, precision, okay? And then the points of concurrency listed here. Are there any questions? Okay. Didn't come up as check boxes on here, of course, because that's the way technology is sometimes. And if you want to skim through what we're going to be doing through the next 3 days, 2 days, you can. Any questions? Okay. I know. It seems like a lot. I'm just repeating what's on here and what you're going to see on the PowerPoint in just 2 seconds,
You're
okay?
not going fast, Miss.
Oh, be
Yeah,
quiet.
I sweat. Okay,
I said it for a reason.
so what you're doing, everybody is working on the task, okay? You're drawing 3 triangles, again, equilateral and acute, go together. And then you're finding a circumcenter, incenter, and centroid. Okay, that's what you're working on now. Get to work, please, guys.
How about bathroom?
Yes.
Thank you.
Grab the pass. Because remember, we can name them in 2 different ways. Any triangle can have one of the description and one of each.
Well, lift up his
I know he's over
Equilateral
here.
triangle is an acute one. And I can, hold on a second, I can draw a right
I don't say it 'cause I got
triangle, a right
respect.
triangle,
stuff.
where
Yeah,
all the
but
sides are
nobody
different
wants to
lengths.
do
Or I could draw a right triangle where 2 of them are different lengths, these could be the same. And that's different, because people have the same.
Are we drawing this now?
Yep, that's what you're working on right now.
On this piece of paper?
Yep, if you need another one, you can flip it over and then there are some more, but make sure you save some for my next class.
So this is scaling.
What is a scalene triangle?
Only
Yeah.
2 sides
Wait.
are equal.
2 sides equal, 1 long, right?
Isn't that an isosceles triangle?
Oh, sorry.
Famous
What?
guys.
Well,
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
the
I thought no
scaling is
sides
like
equal.
this.
Scalene is they're all different, like the scales of a fish.
Yeah.
Yep, all
You
different.
draw it?
How y'all know the scales of a fish is different?
Well, they're natural and everything is not perfect in nature. Okay, so I see Samuel has an equilateral one done. Okay, make sure you're drawing 2 more that fit the descriptions, because you're gonna have to tell me
They gotta be
which
that big.
fit.
Wait, I put that.
First off, I gotta
These are
do-
my examples.
I'm a
You
bad
now
drawer.
need to draw another triangle, maybe an isosceles right triangle.
She got lit.
So it has needs to have a 90-degree angle, and 2 of the sides need to be the same length.
Never mind.
Are you good? You answered your
Is it anywhere where
questions?
we supposed to draw it?
Anywhere. It's your art. If you want to see my example, you may, but it's definitely not.
What we doing now?
Really? What's on the board?
It was sitting right here. You turn around and sit right here.
That does make it harder. Do you,
Would it matter if they
do you want
need-
another piece of paper or anything? I can do that.
Who would matter if they need?
Precision and neatness are part of what you're graded on.
Alright.
Draw it, Angel, come on now.
They don't need to like be in a
Certified
line or
knock the
anything. You can make them where you'd like it. Here you go.
That
But
would
make
be
them
too
neat
late.
so I can hang them up outside, okay? I am not an artist, but you can see math kind of
I
makes
need
it.
a,
Great. So what is that? Tell me what it is and let's check.
it was supposed to be equilateral, but it's a little slanted, so I'm gonna say.
So how can we make sure it is?
It wasn't even that funny.
I'll be right there, Sam. Remember, this will help us make sure it's actually equilateral. If you want to draw more triangles, then just make sure you can pick some that work, that's fine. How about you draw me a line? Draw me a line. Any line, somewhere on there.
So it's like on the
Make sure you know how long.
bus here.
2 inches. Perfect. The way we can make sure it's equilateral is by making sure the next one is.
Well, you gotta say numbers
Because you
then.
know how people, they hit one that, but first we still talking.
This is gonna make.
No.
This is still people.
And now we can make this 2 inches as well.
My pinky first.
Malcolm too.
1,
Miss,
do that. And then we can do that again one more time. Cool, you may not want them overlapping though. I did the 3 not overlapping and then just drew 1 in, because it's gonna, it just gets messy. Remember
Who's my
that?
girlfriend?
so you did these options. This is the option, this is the right, and this is.
It's
Stop
not
fucking nowhere.
Does it have any that are more than 90 degrees?
Then I was looking at this side.
Yeah, that's.
No, they was about.
Or you can try another one.
There's something like this. It was at 10:45.
Yes, email your question. There's the
I was
right.
coming down to Mr. Brunson and get
I have
tell
two
him, but
sweat.
it wasn't like that. It just
So the way I did a
was
two-
right
So, yeah,
there.
I wanna make
And
a
I
two
did.
scale.
And I
And
got
up
out
to
of
scaling. This isn't, is it isosceles?
Come here. Like that. Get to the bed. It doesn't take years to go to the bed. All smoking and stuff.
Oh, cool.
See, I got to shoot my bucket and stuff. And she just looked like crazy. I looked at the hospital.
This is,
Don't do it.
this is 3.5 inches. That's 3, right?
They gotta be scaling.
Cool, so this would be your
Why
right
you just
triangle.
talk about people?
Awesome, and what is this?
Stop.
The nice, so, right isosceles, are these the same length? Yeah. Cool, okay, so there's a right,
I'm not
and then
a
our
good
equilateral
girl.
has to be our cube. And so, what is this one? Are they all different?
Yay.
Actually,
My phone be hanging out
that's, you could do more than 3 if it's
How you
easier.
make a isosceles triangle?
How do you make an isosceles? Do you remember something called the perpendicular bisector?
No, I do remember
We're gonna-
that.
You remember doing that? Good. That was a while ago. So if you remember it, that's a step ahead. Let me grab a marker. Do you guys remember perpendicular
I'm just
bisectors?
going through a acute angle because that's the easiest angle.
So
Triangle.
let me show you really quickly, Dejanette. So I have a line, right? What does it mean to bisect?
Huh?
What does it mean to bisect?
To intersect.
The split.
Right in the middle. Split right in the middle. Okay. You would measure this. I'm gonna estimate it right here. And what does it mean to be perpendicular?
To cross each other. Right? No,
In a very
to
specific way.
Equal.
intersect.
It's 90 degrees, right?
I don't
Perpendicular.
know this stuff.
You do. It's been a while. We were doing algebra.
Oh, we can listen to music.
Anything, pick a point on this line. This would be isosceles. This would be isosceles.
But it's all
This would be isosceles.
No, you can't for that's
Yeah.
Male or not.
Okay? We still have about 20 minutes for you to work. I know it's tricky to go through the process of realizing that drawing these triangles is not that easy. Okay? Could you pick up the 60-degree on the floor? I don't want to lose it for my next class. Good. It looks like you've got 2 right triangles.
And is that right?
For what? It is a triangle. Is it a right triangle?
Is
Mine
it
is
the
right.
right equal or?
I got right
I'm a
and
sexy,
right.
alright?
Is it? What does it mean to be equilateral?
I'm a
All the sides
All the sides equal.
All the sides are equal. Are all the sides equal there?
Different song.
Nah, probably not at that.
But then how much
I
would
got
be
right.
true if all the sides is equal?
I got right.
Those are all right triangles, right?
We don't need 2 right triangles.
You need 1 right triangle, 1 of 2 triangles. I see your hands, I'll be right around, guys, and 1 of 2 triangles.
Hey.
I got it.
So, remember that when we name triangles, we can name them with 2 different descriptions. We can name them with a description about how many sides are the same. Scalene means none, isosceles means 2, equilateral means 3.
It threw me off because it said 3 triangles.
Right, but remember, we can pick any name over here and kind of apply it to any degree measure over there, except equilateral has to be 2.
Yeah, that's.
Try,
what
start
I
over,
gave him.
start over. It's fine.
My headphones.
Remember we did a homework on this in December, if you wanna go back and check your homeworks, there are podcasts as well, I see you, Christian, I saw Alexis first, and
So we
then,
making that thing that you got in here?
huh?
We making
Sound
that.
like that.
However you want, this was the way I did it.
Say less.
I see, is
Say
this
less.
our equilateral?
Say less.
Right, and that's, right one. They look wonderful. And which is scalene?
What's 7th period? Hey, so what you got? You got months in? You got months in 7th period?
No, I got Bakula.
We got,
Yeah, I just make sure all the sides different lines.
it's Tuesday.
Now, are there 2
Exit
sides?